The choir piece is focused on like boredom as like a medium because it's like there is so much repetition. So like letting children know that it's okay to be bored by repetition, like because that can be like an element of the piece. Like if you think about like minimalist music, like that state of mind, like I'm thinking like Lamont Young piece is sort of like you want to get into that meditative state, which is like a state of boredom. And like for little kids, like they can't think like, oh, now I'm going to be meditative. They think, now I'm bored. And so like letting them learn to accept that is really important for me. So like saying like when you become bored, acknowledge it, and then do this thing. Like lets them know like, oh, and people are getting bored with this. That's fine. Somebody got bored already. I like it. It's like dark. It's like weird color. Alright, so we'll go no way over the dark. And then like the individual pieces, like you take like an individual and you like get fairly close and so you can see all this detail. And say you're playing your bell and the instructions are like to listen to just a single bell, which is a weird sound, so like they can identify that. And then you take a step back and the detail sort of vanishes and you hear like the wash of multiple bells. And you take like another step back and you start to contextualize the set of multiple pieces, like how this piece talks to that piece, talks to that piece. And with your ears, you're like taking the bell and you're listening to like the idea of the bell as an ensemble. And I think the bells were an important instrument because when you hear like in an orchestral setting, you only hear like a stick of sleigh bells. You always hear like 50 sleigh bells. You never hear one. So one sleigh bell sounds kind of weird and it's like easily identifiable as like, here's this weird sound I've never heard before. Kind of. So like that was the rationale behind the sleigh bell. Take one more step backwards.
Take another step back.
See if you can fit 2, 3, 4 images in your field of view. And there are many bells. One more step backwards, and we're going to fit as many images as we can into our eyes, and as many different sounds in our ears. And we're going to go. So we had this older couple come, we had this couple come last week, and they asked me, what are these bells all about? I said, oh, well, let's do this piece with the typical. So like explaining the pieces as I conceptualize them. So it's like, okay, so we're going to look at the granularity and then contextualization of images. They had like a really powerful experience. It was really beautiful, like moving from the focused, like the image as the sole focus, but the attention to the detail, moving back to it's living within its context. Because the piece isn't meant to be shown as 50 individual pieces, it is one piece. Any of them. And the movement's cool too. Pedro came up with like a lot of movement ideas. So like he's got this thing where like we're representing the images with our bodies, so we're doing these big explosions with our bodies, and then we're repeating it in space. And then like for a child that like can think more physically than they can like maybe visually, because that's a lot easier for younger kids. Like I think that's super powerful to be like, and now you are the art. Now we're making it out of our bodies. And then we make it really small, and then we do like different things with it. We put it on another person. We make it with one part of our body, just your foot, just your elbow, like. And then like obviously like taking the children's like ideas and letting them like expand upon their own ideas is really important, like to give them a sense of autonomy.